Welcome, dear grade 10 students, to a new kind of chapters. It's something about statistical indicators, and in this video we are going to talk about the median and the mean, and we are going to let you know how to use the calculator in order to find the mean and the standard deviation sigma. And here we go with the first idea. I'm going to tell you about the median. So the median, and here are some properties. What are they? They seem so weird. Now later, after doing the examples hidden here, you are going to know what are these properties about. So as you see, there are two cases. If n is odd, there is a rule. Let's see what it is. It's corresponding to median equals xn plus 1 over 2. Again and again, it seems so weird. So let's go ahead and see the examples in order to make things clear. Here is the first example. I'm going to talk in this example about the mean and the median in case of listed data, where n is odd. So I'm going to apply this rule as well. Now, here are the values I'm concerned in: 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, and 20. As you notice that their number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the total number of these values is 9. That's what we mean by the capital N equals 9. And here 9 is odd. Now, how to find the median and what is the median? By definition, the median is the middle value. So if you do as follows, for example, if you take 1, 2, 3, 4 together, and 1, 2, 3, 4 together, what remains in the middle is called the median. So the median is the middle value as defined here. Now, how can I apply this rule in order to find this median? All what we have to do is what follows. First of all, notice that n equals 9. Since it's odd, it's not divisible by 2. There will be a decimal point of sure. So we just add 1 to 9. So it's going to be 10. Okay? And then you divide 10 by 2. Then you are going to get 5. That doesn't mean that the median is 5. No. That means that the median is x5. What do you mean by x5? It is the fifth value. So I'm going to count to reach the fifth value in order to find the mean. Let's start the median, sorry. Let's start x1, x2, x3, x4, and here is x5, which is the median. So applying the rule, all what I did is that to add 1 to the total that's odd, to divide it by 2, then 9 plus 1 becomes 10, and then divided by 2 it becomes 5. That means I'm going to take into consideration the x, 9 plus 1 over 2, which is x5, which means the fifth value. So surely I'm going to start counting from here until I reach the fifth value, and this fifth value is called the median. So it is 15. It happens here that the median is among them, among these values, but it is not necessary. So it's not necessary to get a median that's among these values. The meaning of the median, it is the value in which 50% of the values are less or equal than it, and 50% of the values are greater. That's the interpretation of the median. So again, to find the median, I can find it mentally, like you see here. Just take this alone and this alone, and what remains in the middle is the middle value, which is called the median. Or I can use the property. I just add 1 to the odd number, and it becomes an even number, which is 10. Divided by 2, it becomes 5, and I'm going to take the x5 means to count the fifth value starting from here. Now what about the mean, which is the average as well? So all what we have to do to find the mean is just to add all of these values as you see here, and to divide by their number as logic says. So we add all of these values because all of them have the same coefficient. and divide them by 9. So we are going to get 15. It happens here that the mean and the median are equal, but it's not a rule at all. It's not a rule. And the mean here is 15. It's a value among these values. So that's about the median and the mean in case of listed data and in case n, which is the total number of the values, is odd. Now let's talk about the other case. In case of the total number is even. So as you see here, I just added a value which is 12, if you notice. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20. Why did I color 14 and 15 red? Let's see what's the secret about that. If I'm going to use my mind to find the middle values, so I have to take these alone and these alone. Here I get 1, 2, 3, 4, and here equally I get 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm confused now. What should I take, 14 or 15? It's very simple, just add them and divide by 2. So take their average, just add 14 and 15 and divide by 2. That's how to find it mentally. So 14 plus 15 over 2, it is 14.5. And note that it is neither 14 nor 15. It's the value in between them. Now, if I want to apply the rule that says, that's weird a little bit, it says that I have to add xn over 2 plus xn over 2 plus 1. Forget about it. Here n is 10. Let's apply the rule using numbers. Here n is 10. So, I have to make x 10 over 2. Forget about n and let's use 10. Plus x 10 over 2 plus 1. And these together divided by 2. That means I have to take x 5 plus x 10 over 2 is 5 and 1, the consecutive one, which is x 6 over 2. So exactly as we did here. Let's count. This is x1, x2, x3, x4. Here is x5, 14 is x5, and 15 is x6. So all what I did is, yes, I added x5 and x6 together and divide them by 2. So I'm going to get 14.5, which is not necessarily between or among or a value of these values. It's just a value in between 14 and 15. And this is the middle value for this listed data, for these values. Okay, so that means that 50% of the values are less or equal to 14.5 and 50% are greater than 14.5. Now, according to the mean, as we did above, the mean here is just to add all of these values and to divide by their number, the total number, which is 10 here. The sum of all of these is 147. Divided by 10, it is 14.7. Also here, the mean is not a value of them. It's just a value in between them, and that's logical. So that's about the mean and the median in case we have a listed data. In the coming videos, we are going to talk about the mean and the median in case we have a table, and that's the most important case.